Grounded's newest update is officially in its test. They have a public test build available for you to download right now on PC, so you can try out the brand new update for yourself. But we're going to take a very quick look at it and see what they've added for the base game. We're going to take a look at that one first, just because for me and a lot of other players out there, survival is the only thing you knew. And I want to see what they've done for the survival players out there, because this major update is focused on something new called Playgrounds. So we're going to take a look at that in just a second. Before I get into that though, I got a couple of quick things I want to mention. One, I'm raising money for Movember this year, and for this entire month of November, I'm going to be raising as much money as I can. So if you want to donate towards that, make sure you check out the link in the description down below, and please consider donating to Helping Men's Health. The other thing is, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn that bell on for when the update officially drops, because I'm going to have a world that you guys might want to play. It's going to be a fun time. Make sure you hit that bell though to find out about it. Let's get into this. We're going to go into single player. We've got our story mode, and like I said, we're going to check that out first, and then we're going to check out Playgrounds. We've got downloadable content, we've got our one that I've been working on, which isn't very good, and our new one. So let's get into our standard story mode with a world that I've been playing for a very long time. My Mega Builds world. Oh gosh, okay. We're in, and it's time to check out some of the newest things. Now, if you're a builder like me, and I mean... I think I qualify, right? I think I qualify. If you're a builder like me, you're gonna really like some of the stuff they just added in. Let's go into our build menu. Right off the bat, you can see quarter flooring. Now this makes a big difference for certain builds, and it also just increases our ability to build even more things. So there's that one. There is also, wait for it, these. We have quarter triangles. We have quarter walls, and we have half vertical walls, which is so good. Now, unfortunately, they can't be on a diagonal, but that is okay. We still have the ability to use half like vertical walls, and that is huge. They did also add a few other things in. Let's go check this out. So we also got the flat roofing sections, and the other roof sections are also in there. They added in a quarter chunk of foundation, which is awesome. And then as you go further along, they added in possibly my favorite things to date. Oh, we also have this. We have targets, which is super cool, so we can stick them on walls and things. Like, that's awesome. So I'm going to mess around with that. Means we can potentially set up some pretty cool things with that. Mini games and such. Oh, I know what I want to build. Oh, I know what I want to build. Okay. So there's standing targets and there's wall targets. Oh, I have something I desperately want to build. Oh my goodness. Wait. There's even a target dummy? That's so cool. All right. There's more. In our hanging light section, we have the Mantis hanging lantern, which is amazing, and I built one over here because I wanted to see what they look like. How freaking pretty is that? I am actually in love with that. That is going to become a staple in a lot of my builds. They've also added in the Broodmother. Hang on, we're gonna make this. The Broodmother chandelier, which I think, again, is really cool. Hey, no. Come here. So, a little bit of an update. They have also made a few other things evident, and let me just run you through that list real quick. So, there's a whole bunch of new quests that you might be able to do. I did them when I spawned into my world, which is pretty cool. Mixers now give you the rewards. It will tell you what the rewards are. Slushies now have a 4-second cooldown, but they do give you more heals overall, which is a really cool little update. It does stop people spamming them, so I kind of understand that. You can now name your zip lines, which is really good for someone like me who has a zipline hub up on his roof. And now this is a big one. Dandelion Tufts no longer take up your trinket slot. So if you're like me and you do mega build stuff, you're going to want to have your intern badge and your tuft available to use, which is super helpful. And tufts also stack now, which is, again, Super good. You can stack up to 6. So, really nice for being able to not stress about falling and dying every time you're up at the top of a big structure. That's kind of it for the survival side of things. Oh wait, I didn't show you the rest of the items. So we got the broom on the chandelier. We also have a gnat lamp, which is again pretty dang cool. They also added in, where is it? This, so we have the infected broodmother throne, which is really nice. We've already seen that. They added in the standard broodmother rocking chair and the wasp queen hammock. And that, I mean, I'm in love with all the stuff they're doing for this. I think their update is pretty cool. Now, it isn't solely based around survival. There's not even much of a survival update at all. Just a few little tweaks here and there. Which, as a person who only really plays survival and does this kind of stuff, does hurt me a little bit, but they did give us something, and that's good news. And I'm not saying that they're not going to continue it, though, because what they did with the last update is they dropped 1.2, and then 2 weeks later they dropped 1.2.1, which gave us a bunch of extra stuff. So, I don't know. These guys just like to drop stuff out of nowhere, which is really cool. Let's go check out the main part of this update, though. Let's go check out Playgrounds. So this is Playgrounds. Now we're going to create a new one here. We have the grass box, which is literally just 4 walls, grass, and a few tunnels here and there. Or the standard backyard that we're already used to. Now, I've looked briefly at the grass box. This is like full customizable, depending on what you want to do kind of thing. This will give you as much freedom as you want. Let's go check out the backyard. We can also select maps for other downloads that already exist. We're just going to jump straight in. We're going to jump into hoops. Let's see. I'm going to bring our little builder gnat in here. So now you can choose to build in this, or you can choose to build in the standard grass box. The grass box is considerably smaller. No house, no anything. Alright, so we're going to go for a little bit of a travel. Oh, one thing I found out too. If you're flying around and you decide to just change, you'll just fall. Hoops fell into the grass? There's no... Yo. Okay. I have so many ideas, it's going to be ridiculous. But we're going to go zoom in over here to the tree and take a look at a bunch of the stuff they've already done. I'm going to build a giant platform, and we're going to start taking a look at all the fancy things that they have added in for us to mess around with. What are you? What is this? This was never here. Hello? Yo, that's kind of cool. Alright. Let's build a platform. Now, the coolest part about this is we can kind of build wherever we want. So let's get a platform sorted. Then we're going to start looking at the rest of the stuff that we have access to. This is going to be our little work area. We're going to take a big look at everything that they've added in and sort of... Wow, it's kind of cool. Now, this is everything that they have added. Alright, but this is everything we're already used to. That's the walls. This is just standard building stuff. However, we now get to build the zipline anchors like normal. Firework launchers, which are pretty dang cool. And we have access to building anything from a lab, all of our miscellaneous stuff, so our targets, our gravestones. Man, there's so many cool things. Again, everything we've already added is just there. This is the cool stuff. We can place bugs where we want them to be. So that, like, we can just willy-nilly be like, cool, I want to put these things down here. These are the orc versions. Wastrode. You could just place the fish? Well, that's cool. I did not think I'd be able to place a fish like that. Can we make the koi... Oh, man. We need to make it a proper koi pond. Okay. That's cool. I'm going to mess around with too many things. We also have access to all the different bosses. including the assistant manager, the respawnable ones, the non-respawnable ones like the Mant and Director Schmector, and the assistant manager as well. It's going to be insane. Multiple infected broodmothers. Oh man, this is too good. We also have access to every part of nature, berries included, which is really nice. Pond, dandelions, you name it, it's all here. It's all available to us. We also have access to almost every asset in the game. Okay, the one that I really badly wanted, we don't have, which is the Frankenline. And I'm a little sad about that because I wanted to build like a proper big cinema. It would have been really cool. We don't have it. But that's okay. This is only the PTB. This might come out later. We'll see. So that's access to all the grass, the nature, the fungus, and the creatures, rocks and chunks. Now, there are other things we have access to, like fungus, tree fungus, you name it, it's all here. We have access to stepping stones and bricks. Let's take a look at why this is actually going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to go place down a few doors and just some other things. Do we have a switch? Sorry, a button. We have a button. We have a switch. We've got a lever, a pull cord, and a pressure plate. Let's go check out what these do. Now, these you can link to other things. So in this case, we can push this button and we can link it to, say, the door to open the door. All right, otherwise the door will be locked. So what we're going to do is we're going to add this and we're going to link it to the door. We're going to do the same thing for all these. Now that everything is linked, we're going to go through and we're going to set the preferences for the door. So we're going to press G. Now, our unlock key, you can have keys. We're going to go with none, but we're going to make the door locked. I'm going to make all these doors locked. So each one of these is going to do their own thing. We're going to change this. So this will toggle open, except we need to unlock the door first, and then we're going to open it. So I wonder what happens if I do this. We can set our linkages. Once we set our linkages for each of these switches, we're then going to switch across to our play mode to test it. So we're now in the garden. I'm going to hit this button. It's going to open my door. All of these are going to do different things, which is super nice. When the switch is on, it's going to unlock the door and then open it. And when it's off, it's going to close the door and then lock it. Right, that should be the most obvious one. So right now, it's locked. I can't go through it. It's open. We can do it. We can close it manually ourselves now, but if you wanted to say make something a little bit more secure, there we go. So imagine like, Hunger Games style. With the new Hunger Games coming out, that could be really cool. So each of these have different functionalities. Obviously, we can set this one to do the same thing. Pull the cord, open the door. Turn it on, turn it off kind of deal. Lever's the same deal. And the pressure pad one is the coolest one. Let me show you why. Now that we've got our pressure plate, our linkages set up, and all the extra stuff set up, we're going to be able to jump on this switch and open the door. Except, the moment we get off, the door closes and locks again, so we don't have access to it. So if you and your friends need to split up, this is going to be a cool little switch to mess around with. So this is a cool little feature. Now, a lot of the stuff in the new Playgrounds mode allows you to add... There is so much to do with this new update. This is going to be ridiculous. Now, so those are the switches. They're pretty simple to work with. We also have transmitters. Event long range to one or more receivers. So it looks like we could say set this up. And then set one up across the map for the same thing. So it could be a whole lot of fun to mess around with those. I would assume, so those will work together. These are going to be fun. So this is a barrier block. You can set this up to your choosing. If you wanted to lock somebody in a place, you could probably literally just be like, all right, cool. So these are now blocked off areas that you can't get into. And then if we switch this, now you're not going to see those. But I'm not going to be able to go into here. At all. Unless I do this. Maybe I'll fall down, but I'm stuck now. I can't jump out. Barrier blocks are super cool, and it's going to be an easy way to stop people from getting where you don't want them to be. Let's mess around with possibly my favorite thing. We're going to chuck a few of these down, right? Now, if you were making an escape room, and that is the first thing that I kind of want to make, is plan out a big old escape room with a whole lot of traps and stuff, maybe even replicate the movie with a whole lot of dangerous weaponry. Maybe replicate the movie. You can use these. Cubic or spherical ones. We're going to set up a cube one. I'm going to place it right in the center here. And what we're going to do, the good thing is we can change the size here. So we're going to make it 7 by 7. Oh, you know what? It only has to be like this high. It actually doesn't need to be that high. We'll drop down to 4.5 and 4.5. Okay. We're going to set up our little linkages again. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is terrifying, okay? So we're going to switch across to our play mode. The moment I breach that field, it's going to trigger those traps. And you can make them as big or as small as you want. But it is aggressive. It is super aggressive. So yeah, this is just absolutely terrifying that you can set up traps like this just with one of these little activation points. So I can see puzzle mappers already, like all the gears turning, because I know people have built puzzle maps already by manipulating some of the game, but now this is freely available for you to mess around with. There are so many more things they've added. They've added like your barrier blocks, biometric scanners to stop you from getting into areas early, burgle flag, hold an input to raise. Oh, that's cool. You've also got now these. These are fun because what you can do is you can be like, cool, let's teleport them, say, from the bottom to the top. And the cool part about this is you can use that as much or as little as you wish, but as soon as you walk through a teleporty in play mode, it'll spawn you to the top and then take you back down the bottom. These are going to be a lot of fun, and I know there's going to be a lot of issues with it. Do you reckon we could teleport the crow? Can you teleport bugs with this? I need to know. I desperately need to know. Can you teleport bugs with this? Go on. Okay, you can't teleport bugs. So yeah, teleporters exist, which are, again, another cool little feature. What else we got? What else we got? Oh, okay. So the fan. We got fans. So these you would find in the pond. We got super bounce pads. No. And we have, now I hope these exist in the I hope these exist in survival. I didn't find them in my stuff. If they don't, I'm going to be a teensy bit sad. But yeah, now fans. Obviously, no surprises there. They push you so far. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so these trampolines launch you higher than these standard bounce pads. These fans launch you into space. And we've got our landing pad to keep you safe from any fall height. Let's test this. I think this is sufficiently high enough. Let's change this over. Where is it? Oh, I need so many of those. I need so many of these. Those are super cool. I love the design for that. So yeah, fans that can propel you up in the air or wherever you need to go. Imagine making an AFK like map tour. Would be insane. What else we got? Laser cannon. So these are more traps. Power-ups. Activate the... Ooh, status effect. That's cool. To mess with those for sure. Oh, movement speed up. Respawn time 6 seconds. What if I was to say I want to see how fast hoops can go? Movement speed up. Let's see. Do they stack? They don't stack. I forgot that was still active! They don't stack. I wish they did. That would be really cool. I want to see how fast you can go in grounded. Again, more little things. So different power-ups. Attack up, defense up, heal player, attack speed up, gas immunity. God damn. Heal on kill. That's in... Life steal? That's so good. Cool. I love that. That's really fun. Power-ups are going to make or break certain maps. I want to see some race maps. I want to see some pure race maps. And I reckon I can build a couple. A scoreboard? Alright. I've always wanted to build a stadium. The one thing I want them to give us back. Please give this back to us. We could kick water droplets around when they were big enough. Please give that back to us. That was amazing. A player respawn point? So good. Creature spawners. Now, I want to see what we can do with this. I can set it to anything? Oh, that's cool. Alright. That's going to be a whole lot of fun again. What else we got? A quest marker. Full-blown, complete storyline. I like this. Sound effects. Oh, people are for sure gonna make songs in this. Need to make the grounded music inside grounded. That'd be pretty fun. Effect spawners. Time of day. Trigger it to nighttime. Equipment equipper. Inventory filler. Large raw science or small raw science. So if you wanted to make your own entire quest line. Counter with condition. That's cool. A switch gate? Oh my gosh. And the switch gizmos. So many things. So these are like behind the scenes logic. So that's a lot of the cool stuff that they've brought in. I'm super excited about taking this when it is officially out and messing around with it a lot. Because I've got some plans. Some of the stuff that I want to build specifically, a puzzle map for sure. I definitely want to build a puzzle map or an escape room. I think that'd be a lot of fun, especially because you've got access to where the labs are. So I think that's going to be really cool. I want to do a race map that takes you around the entire garden. And if I can use another world... Actually, let's find that out right now. Wait, whoa, okay, that's bad. Creature health scaling? Fall damage. Hunger, thirst, time of day respawn. Oh my goodness. This is insane! Alright. Let me see something. Oh, okay. Unfortunately, we can't use our own maps just yet, but I might be able to work that out at some point. I think that's almost everything covered from me in regards to this new update. Stay tuned for future videos. Remember, hit that bell and subscribe if you haven't already, if you want to see some of the stuff that I am planning on doing with everything we have enabled here. I think it's going to be a phenomenal time. And I had, like, initially my thoughts were, you've strayed away from survival. It's still kind of my thoughts, but they did give us something. And like I said, I reckon they're probably still going to pull something out of their hat for the survival players out there. I can't see them not doing it. It is a survival game after all. That's going to do it from me. So thank you guys for watching this. I hope you enjoyed the new update. It's going to be a lot of fun, I reckon. And yeah, stay tuned for a bit of a map and the download for it. I'll have codes in the description for those videos. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll catch you on the next one.